Of fathers honoring fatherhood, paternal bonds and the role that fathers play in society. The day is celebrated on the third Sunday of June. Now, a young man in Kwa-Thema, East Rand, in Gauteng, took it upon himself to encourage fathers, particularly black fathers, to play an active role in the children's lives. He started by making fatherhood fashionable by starting the Cool Dads Foundation. To find out more about the foundation and what it does, we're now joined by the Cool Dads Foundation founder Bongani Luvalo. Bongani, a very good evening to you. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to the Globe.
Good evening, my brother. How are you?
I'm
Happy
good,
Father's
man.
Day, if you are a father as well.
Well, not quite, but I'm getting there. And,
As an uncle.
Yeah, I'll remain an uncle for now.
Definitely. Good evening to you and good evening to your viewers at home.
And I take you to our father, and happy Father's Day to you. What does Father's Day mean to you, Bongani?
I think more than anything, it's about showing appreciation. We are living in a society where the man's role, a father's role, of course, without taking away what history has taught us in the past. But I think the most important thing is for us to, take stock and appreciate men who have tried to step up, men who have tried to be involved in their children's lives, men who do anything and everything that is possible to show love, to show compassion, to provide for their kids. But not only for their kids, but kids that are around them, as I was referring to you, if you are a father or not. We do have a high volume of absent fathers. We've got a number of divorces, parents are separating, and of course, men have absconded their responsibilities. But I think we can't go past what research has been telling us in the couple of years, that our generation, those who are in their 30s, in their 40s, have really tried to step up, from what their fathers used to be. They've tried to be different. They've tried to be present in their kids' lives. And I think today in 2021, in the 21st century, we need to really applaud. I know many people have been giving wrong signals on social media, but I think for us, it's important to really understand that men are trying to step up. Men are trying to be different from their own fathers. And today, it's that space where we really say, let's appreciate, let's be happy, let's allow fathers, to take the center stage. Because of most of the time, fathers are already, pushed into the peripheries. But today, let's just give the minimum. Who are trying to step up. Is for us to really, as society, to say to them, we see you, we appreciate you, and we're hoping that more men will be fathers, they will step up and they'll be present in their children's lives. So for me, today is about celebrating the few or the not so many, who are trying to be there, irrespective of circumstances.
And as men are trying to step up and being better fathers to their children, there are those fathers who have been denied an opportunity of being a part of their children's lives as a result of a multiplicity of reasons. It could be divorce, it could be separation, or any other issue that may, occur between the parents. So what do you make of that? What do you make of that denial of being a part of your child's life?
Look, that's quite a sore issue in society today, but everyone tries to downplay it. And in the 6 years that the Cool Dads Foundation has been existing, those are some of the challenges that we've been faced with. Men who knock in our doors to say, look, guys, I've separated with the mother of my child, I've divorced with my wife, but unfortunately, I'm now told that I can't have access, to my child. And one thing that we've learned is that women will always try to find a reason, as reason enough, to close out a father from being in a relationship with their own child solely because of a relationship has collapsed. And I don't think we need to exclude the fact that there are men who are given that opportunity to be in their children's lives, but they choose not to. But we can't always try to bring that into the picture. Let's attend one issue at a time. And the first issue is that there is a father who wants to be involved in their children's lives, but because of Sophie is no longer happy that I've ended the relationship or the relationship has ended, will always try to use the child, against, the father. And we've seen so many of those cases, and we've tried to get assistance from the law. At certain instances, we do get the help. In other instances, we do not get that help. And that thing has become such a burden to many young fathers who want to be involved in their children's lives.
And I've been speaking to quite a few guys about the same issue that you've just mentioned, Bongani. And they say that, the financial obligations that they need to fulfill in their children's lives, they don't have the means to the finances because of various reasons, because they are unemployed. And as a result, their mothers, they call them the unscrupulous mothers, they deny them the chance to see their children and be a part of their lives simply because they can't be of financial assistance to their kids. So these gentlemen that I've been speaking to have opted to sneak in and see their children while they're still at school or at the malls or something, just to have a glimpse and to be a part of their children's lives. Would you advise the same? Would you advise people who are going through the same issue to do that?
Look, I wouldn't advise that. You are going against the law, or at that instance, you are intruding, I think we can approach, different quarters of the law. We can approach the Cool Dads Foundation, because of those things will end up either a father decides to abduct a child or somebody else abducts the child. And tomorrow you might be accused of abducting your own child, And we've faced so many cases where a person says, look, I've tried to see my child. Even those who pay, who give maintenance for their kids, they'll be denied access. When they're supposed to come and collect a child, they're told, no, auntie is supposed to take the child. No, the child went to see grandmother and so on. And I think the law is shaping, and trying to accommodate us. We've had a session where we've had, the Department of Justice come to tell us about a parental plan and so on. It's not easy for us, but I wouldn't advise anyone to go to that extreme. Rather knock to the doors of Cool Dads Foundation. Let's find means and ways within the boundaries of the law to try and give you access to your child. There are a number of guys that we have assisted that have got access to their kids. And because of it's a continuous struggle and it also involves issues of the heart, it's not going to be a once-off thing. There will be hurdles in between. But we are saying that as Cool Dads Foundation, we want to be there for fathers who want to be having access to their kids, to be present fathers, to be emotionally involved, physically available for their kids, not just to give their money, Unfortunately, society has always reduced a role of a man, a role of a father to finances. If you can't give money, you are less of a man. And when men give that money and remove themselves from situations, whether it be in a relationship or fathering a child or being involved in their own families, then they're given names. But this is what society has taught us, that the role of a man is to go and fend, come and give those resources. So it becomes a double-edged sword. You've got the money.
But is it society though, or is it the law?
Look, before the law, it has got to be society. It's norms and cultures that we have created ourselves, because of even if you can't pay maintenance, the law allows you to have access, to your kids. The Children's Act is quite straightforward, but you've got individuals in courts, whether it's a court clerk, whether it's a maintenance officer, whether it's a police officer, they misinterpret because of their own, teaching when they grew up that a man's duty is to, give the money to the mother and allow the mother to do everything. If you are going to be carrying a child, trying to change a diaper in a public space, carrying your child in a taxi and the child cries, people are thinking, why are you having a child? Where's the mother of this child? And others even assume that the mother is useless and is not.
So in short, financial responsibility should not be a condition to be a part of your life, isn't it? Is that what you're saying?
Come again?
So in short, financial responsibility should not be, a condition for being a part of your child's life.
Definitely, it can be. And okay. I'm saying if you're an unemployed father, you want access to your child, you are being told about uhlaula, you are being told about all these customary issues. At Cool Dads Foundation, we are willing to work with you, knock on the doors of the court and ask for access for your child. You can't be refrained from having access to your child solely because of uhlaulanga, solely because of you can't give 5,000 rands as somebody has demanded. You can have access to your child whether you have money or you do not have money. And we are there to work with many guys who are willing to gain access to their kids. Because of one thing that we have learned as well in the 6 years that we've existed is that many men don't want to walk this journey because of it is such an isolating process. You go to the social workers, they'll isolate you solely because of you're a man. You go to court, they do the same. But as a foundation, we want to work with you to give you strength so that you're able to gain access to your child, whether you have money or you do not have money.
Okay, Cool Dads Foundation. So what are the programs that you guys are currently embarking on to encourage positive fatherhood?
Look, yesterday we had to cancel a Father's Day luncheon. We're hoping that we can do it while when the lockdown restrictions become a little bit easier. But we're still continuing with our mentorship program. We've got 50 boys that we are mentoring in the East from 5 different schools in the Far East, from Kwa-Thema, Davidton, Bakerton, Tsakane. We are also providing support for men who still want access to their kids. Once they get in touch with us, we try and be in touch with the Justice Department to try and see how best we can, assist them to gain access to their kids. So for now, it's more of online seminars, online workshops through our platform called Frank Conversations, tackling different thematic issues. But currently, any man who wants access, when they send us a message, whether it's an email or a call or a text, we are going through with them. We go with them to court so that they can have access to their kids. So we're not doing much of contact programs anymore, but we are more on workshops, but also doing an accompaniment program for fathers who want to have access to their kids.
All right, Bongani, great chatting to you, man, and thank you so much for your time. And happy Father's Day again. I hope you are spoiled and pampered, and I hope that you're also given a pair of socks and a mug and a soap on a rope. Eh?
Luckily, I was one of the few who didn't receive socks. I got a pair of sneakers. I was told that since I didn't run away, maybe I can just keep warm with the sneakers, and I was taken for lunch.
Oh, man, that is so sweet. Thanks, man. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much, and thanks to your viewers at home.
All right, that was the Cool Dads Foundation founder, Bongani Luvalo, talking to us about positive fatherhood and the Cool Dads Foundation. This is the Globe on SABC News. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back shortly.